let's get right into the next one, right? Max Griffin and Song Kenan. I mean, Song Kenan, is there a guy that's put together such a, impressive UFC outing over the last little bit to kind of get into this? I think that's where, for me, I'm just so excited to see, a guy like Max Griffin who just seems to come back in every fight. And, once I'm hit, wake me up, like that seems to be who Max Griffin is as a fighter. And it's, as a fan, could you really want anything more? I think his chin, keeps him in fights regularly. I think that he's got the cardio that really keeps him alive, right? This is the classic kind of fighter who just seems to really wake up as he takes more damage. I think that cardio-based fighters, things like that, those are the guys that really kind of pull through. The thing with Song, I just think the record's a little padded, right? Because when he fought guys like Brad Riddell in 2017, he lost in the first round, and he followed that up with his UFC debut and beat Bobby Nash and Hector Aldana, but then right after that lost to Alex Moreno. And Alex Moreno was putting together some huge wins there before he kind of suffered his most recent falter against K.S. Williams, and he actually came back with a win after that. So I think that there's a huge, influx of fighters that are slowly finding their way here based on some of their opponents, right? Alex Moreno's a pretty big deal back then in 2018 when they fought, but 2 wins now, right? Derek Cranston, Callum Potter. I don't think that these are Callum Potter, that knockout. It's a great UFC victory to kind of put on your belt, but at the same time, Max Griffin's a whole different ball game, right? You're entering a very new realm of Shark, and I think his boxing is phenomenal, and that's going to come into play. But when you're fighting a guy like Max Griffin and who enjoys Max Payne Griffin, I mean, when he enjoys taking that kind of damage and just coming back with his own, beautiful, whatever you want to call it, right? Recovery and pounce. But let's go back to his record, right? He's in his last 6 fights. The poor guy is only 2-4, right? And that's Curtis Millender, Thiago Alves losses, Alex Moreno as well, and Alex Oliveira. But the wins, right? Zlimi Madaev and Remy's Bremiraj. So way I see this is the Mike Perry's still probably the biggest win of his career in the UFC so far, and it's taken him a long time to find his way. So are we looking at a guy who might be completely revamping his style to kind of change things up? Maybe not, but I also think that we're starting to see Max Griffin maybe come into his own as also a fighter that's in his prime based on age and so where's that? Because when you look at the fighters he's been taking on, Colby Covington lost in 2016. The guy's got just so much experience under his belt. And I think that's where you're seeing, Max Griffin in the fights that he can win just looks so much better, right? And he makes it exciting no matter what. So I think that's what we're going to see. I think if you had to bet on a fight that was going to be fight of the night, I don't think you put your hands on anything else. If we knew that the Harry Hunsucker and Tai Tuivasa fight could go 3 rounds, maybe you bet on that one, but this has to be the call because, Song's just going to come in with that boxing and just hope to just put him away. And what do we know about Max? He doesn't like to be put away. So whether this is a close decision for either guy or some kind of a finish happens on either side, I just can see this going to decision in a bloody, bloody way. And if that's not the case, the odds must be absolutely astronomical for those. So if that's where you're seeing things, by all means, hit that up.